I believe we're just warming up to YouTube as well. There we go. I think we've just gone live on everything. We just start a little bit of a song. It's me dancing too much. Things are falling off. I think we're ready. You have done 9 to 5, and now we are live at 5. Good afternoon and welcome on this dark and dreary day out there. So lovely to have you on board. It is Devine live at 5, coming to you on this dreary, cold. Well, it's not cold actually, is it? It's mild, which I think is even worse.
Pippa, Debs, Linda.
Oh God, lovely Pippa around the corner. How are you, lovely Pippa? Chips is with us tonight. Hello, gorgeous Chips. Max and Neve, how are you doing? Everybody on YouTube, how are you? Lovely to see you too. We are live with Devine, live at 5. Nice to be with you. What day of the week is it today?
Thursday.
It's Thursday. We are a week of lockdown ticked. Well done, everybody. Jane's a little thirsty. Let's just
stuck in the middle.
Let's top you up there.
Stuck in the middle.
We've got a very complicated setup behind all of this, which none of you can see, probably for a good thing. And Jane's sort of trapped in between all of it. So Peter and Carol, it means that she can't freely get to the wine as she used to.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Happy Thursday. We're nearly there. The weekend is in sight. Your week is nearly done. I hope you're all having a good week. I hope you're getting through the week okay. I think we are. I think we're getting there slowly, aren't we?
We are.
We're achieving.
Had a very busy day
We've had a very busy day today, which is very good. And now we're here with you to relax a little, shake a bit of love, do a bit of cooking, have a little cocktail. We've got a stonker of a cocktail for today. It's going to be a horrible, wet, miserable weekend. So we decided to do a beautiful, hearty, warming whiskey.
Oh, we're doing the Todd.
A little whiskey Todd, a little hot toddy. We're going to do a little hot toddy with a tiny little twist, which I think you might love, because I know I do. This is my go-to drink whenever I'm not feeling well, which is once a week usually. This is one of my favourite little drinks. So we're going to do a tiny, fabulous little hot toddy kind of thing. We are sticking. I'm not sure what is going wrong with me. We are sticking with our vegetarian, vegan-y kind of take
because
on life at the moment. We are loving it. Nina, we could become converts, you gorgeous little lady. We are going to do a beautiful butternut squash, roasted butternut squash, and then we're going to do a very quick risotto. Now, I know we did risotto. We actually did a butternut squash risotto last time, so we're just going to make a very basic risotto, and then we're going to pile flavour on top of it. So we're divining it up. We're giving it a little divine twist, a little shimmy. So we're going to do that fabulous little thing. Then I've got a really fun flower idea. I was painting at home, and I just grabbed one of my paint tins, and I thought, oh, we could do something fun with this. So I've got a little paint tin flower extravaganza that we're going to have a little go at as well. So there's loads. Again, it's going to be another one of those packed ones today. Lovely. Is that our lovely Inga? Inga is Tom and Jess. We've missed them all week. Where have they been? Lovely Tom and Jess are here. How are you? How is Henley? Michelle, evening Michelle. How are you?
She's keeping an eye on you.
Cheers.
Cheers,
everybody. You're all fabulous. It's so lovely to have you with us. Clearly, it's fabulous to have you with us. Oh, lovely Hells. How are you, Hells?
Well, she's clean now.
Cinderella has got a new ball gown on
she
tonight.
Has.
She? Oh, talking of which, Cinderella. Talking of which, what a little segue. We're thinking about, what do you reckon? We're thinking about maybe doing a bit of a live at 5 panto. What are your thoughts?
Don't you dare tell me what I'm playing.
There are so many roles you could play.
Auntie Agnes.
Evening, gorgeous Auntie Agnes. How are you? I hope you're well. Nice to see you, and Vincent as well. Nice to have you on board. Right, lovely people. What is going on? What is going on this week? I can't think. There are no birthdays that we know of today. Nobody's sort of messaged in.
Richard.
Oh, of course it is. Richard. Our little boatman living down the road. My mammy's here. How are you, mammy? And Dad, how are you both? Nice to see that you're with us too. So you're Little Richard. He's not Little Richard. He's Richard. Richard lives down by the Roo, actually. Happy birthday, Richard, if you are with us. And if you are watching, happy birthday to you. Kath, evening. How are you doing? Gorgeous. Hope you're okay. Yeah, okay. So let's get cracking. We are sticking with our little vegetarian kind of thing. So we've got a butternut squash. Beautiful butternut squash. Now, it's, you know, some people, we were just talking about this before, actually. It's such an easy thing to do. We're literally just sort of chopping this in half and roasting it. They are dead easy. They're a little bit hard to sort of chop your way into and cut into, but they are dead easy to work on, so dead easy to use. So we're going to do that. We're going to make up a basic little risotto, pile some flavors onto that risotto, and hey presto, there you go, a beautiful little light and easy supper, a lovely little light and easy supper dish. Again, it's not desperately complicated, it's not massively time consuming, so it's something that you might give it a little go to, try. We had a couple of people that have tried the dal that we made earlier on in the week and said how delicious and easy it was. So I'm really delighted at that. I'm so pleased that you are giving these little dishes a go. It means you're paying attention, which is also fabulous too. And the cocktails, we've had a few people that have tried the old cocktails, so that's always a positive too.
And they survived. And
they got through. They're still alive. Took them 24 hours to recover, but they got there. Who do we have? We have Samantha
Marie.
Cindy.
And our Cindy from White Oak.
Lovely Cindy. Oh, Cindy, we're going to do a Thanksgiving special as well. We thought we'd give a little Thanksgiving go later on in the month, 24th or something, wherever it is. I don't know. I can't remember. Right, anyway.
25th, 26th.
25th, 26th of
It's on the
November.
26th. We're doing 25th, I think.
We are. That's right. We're going to do it a day early to give you some ideas. Get yourselves ready. Just stretch it out a little longer. Cheers, Janie. Well remembered.
Cheers, Dan.
Good. Right, you fabulous people, let's crack on with our butternut squash. So we take a butternut squash. Hey presto, here it is. That butternut squash we then chop down the middle, lengthways down the middle. Now here's one that I prepared earlier, just to show you. So it takes about 45 minutes or so to roast. So all that you do, once you cut it down the middle, it's got a little recessed bit where like a pumpkin, where all the little seeds are and the sort of gumpy bits are in there. So you just scoop all of those out, just clean that up. And then what you do is take a knife and just insert it into the butternut squash and score. So you're just sort of scoring through it. Basically that helps it to cook. It sort of cooks quicker. Rather than it being a big solid chunk of butternut squash, once you've scored it, it just helps you cook a little bit quicker. So just get those fabulous little cuts into there. It is divine. Then what you do is a little bit of seasoning. So salt and pepper, olive oil, and you can drizzle a tiny little bit of honey onto it if you want to, or pop a little bit of sugar on there just to get caramelization. But that's not massively important because we're going to finish it in a griddle pan later. So you pop that into an oven, a nice hot oven, and you roast it. So you just sort of roast it off for about 45 minutes. It is divine. So it's one of those, chuck it in the oven and go sort of get yourself all sorted out, sort out the kids, get that roasting away in the oven. And 45 minutes later, it is done and ready. So you don't have to worry about that. Lovely Debbie Fitzcosta, good evening. How are you? Lovely Jane Chapman, how are you doing? All of us cousins.
Sheila Bryan in the US.
All of my lovely cousins. Oh, I love having them.
How many have you got?
We've got.
You are Irish.
Hang on, somebody's going to pull me up on this. I think there are 38 of us, 38 first cousins. I think that's right. I think. And then we've got the next generation and the next generation after that now. It's all go, isn't it, in the old Devine and associated families. Cheers, everybody. Love you all, missing you all madly, but nice to keep in touch on this little thing here.
Jules.
It's a bit of an indulgence. Hello, Jules. South Africa, Jules is with us. Slipper. Oh, how are you, Jules? Nice to know that you're there too. Liquor. Oh, yeah, liquor. Cheers, everybody. You're fabulous, divine people.
My friend Lorraine's with us again tonight.
Evening, Lorraine. How are you? You've got another little flower feast for later on, Lorraine. You might like this one. I'm not sure. It's using an old paint tin, but you know, we'll give it a go. Right. So on with our risotto. we have our butternut squash, and our butternut squash has gone into the oven to roast for about 45 minutes or so. We obviously sort of pre-done it because I thought that we might run out of time trying to squeeze it in now. So we just sort of popped it into the oven. We've roasted it off, and I'm going to show you how to finish it. We're going to griddle it off to get some lovely coloration to it and get a nice bit of flavour running through that butternut squash. So we are going to make a risotto to go inside this little butternut squash. So dead easy. I started this again. I started this because I can chop an onion, and I can press a bit of garlic. So we've already started that off. So we're using a red onion because we want this sort of beautiful, wintry, autumny, fabulous sort of feel going on here. So we've got a red onion in there. We've got some garlic in there. We've just sweated that onion off, and I'm just going to return this back to a bit of heat now, we'll just bring that, get that pan a little bit warmer again. So to that, we're going to add our risotto rice, our Borio rice. Now the risotto rice is a special rice because it breaks down and goes slightly creamier. It's slightly tougher. Tougher is the wrong word. It's a slightly more robust rice, but when you work it slowly, you get it all nice and creamy, and it's just delicious, and it's a real wintry, fabulous, beautiful little decadent kind of flavour, fabulous taste. And we're going to load loads and loads of flavour into this. So we've got some gorgeous cheese, some beautiful sage, we've got a little bit of rosemary, and we're going to saffron this up to give us that beautiful autumny, orangey colour. The saffron, the flavour from the saffron as well will just be delicious. It'll just be gorgeous. So this is dead easy, an easy one that you can do yourselves. So we've got a little onion going here, and the garlic. I'm just warming that up. We're going to pop a little bit more oil in the pan. And I'm just sort of getting the heat, just getting a bit of heat under there. Oh, dear me.
Helicopter overhead.
I know.
They're filming you above now.
Are they filming? Is it a search party, or am I just about to get arrested? I'm really not sure. Mr. Lyle, good evening. You're back with us. It's so lovely to see you. I see our gorgeous Sasha is on board with us now. Sasha, that reminds me to mention your fabulous champagne. We've got a bottle for tomorrow. So it's Fizzy Friday tomorrow, and it's Children in Need. So tomorrow we're going to have a bit of a party day, and I will talk to you a bit more about this fabulous champagne that our beautiful friend Sasha does. It's just brilliant for Christmas. You're going to love it. You can personalize the label, you can say what you want, and it's just such a fabulous little thing for Christmas. So Sasha, we will talk about that tomorrow if that's all right. We've got Karen on with us as well. Hello, gorgeous Karen. How are you?
And we've got Kevin and Di.
Lovely Kevin.
And Di says, it's 5 to 5, it's crackerjack. And this is so much better. Are you giving away pencils?
This is the alcoholic version of crackerjack. I love it.
I used to love that. We had to try and get everything in your...
We should play that.
We should do that one day.
How many cabbages can you hold? Yeah. How many bottles can you carry? Cheers, everybody. How lovely to be with you. Nice to have you with us too. Cheers, you gorgeous people. Fabulous people. Right, I can smell that the pan is warming. So, back to the pan. We've just seasoned that. Here we've got the garlic, we've got the onions, we've got a little salt in there. So to this, we then add our little bit of rice. So as I say, this is risotto rice, or Borio rice. Let's just find that little gap. This is where I cut it and it goes everywhere. So we're going to add in probably about a cup of rice. We don't need mass loads of risotto for this. So in goes about a cup of rice. Just take that down there. Now the important thing here, the trick here is you mix that rice around the pan, because you want to get all of those little kernels of rice, those little grains of rice, you want to get them coated in oil. This is very important.
Debbie says no cabbages.
No cabbages here.
Remember crocodile? No cabbages.
No cabbages. How funny. We've got brassicas over in the shop, in the flower shop, and I was going to use those today, and I decided not to. How funny is that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a cabbage. It's an ornamental cabbage. So there we go. So we're working this risotto. Now, anybody that's made a risotto, you will know the important thing is that you have to stay with it and you have to show it a lot of love. A lot of love to my risotto. I've chosen to do this so that I don't have to do the dancing just yet. Because I've got to stay with the pan. We will do a bit of dancing later, because I want us all to do it tomorrow for children in need.
Ellen, where are you when I need you?
Ellen, I know. Where is Ellen? She could have done it for us tonight. I don't know if anybody's been sort of watching, or has anybody seen the rickshaw challenge thing? Because it's the 10th anniversary, isn't it? They've got so many problems with it. So
yeah,
the issue
they're doing virtual now.
Yeah,
they've got their bikes at home.
But those stories, those kids that are supposed to be doing it. Oh God, I was in tears. I tell you, it works. I was donating on the phone straight away. So there we go. We're just getting those little kernels, those little rice beads covered in oil, and then we turn to our veggie stock and we add in ladle by ladle.
Sounds good.
It does.
Smells good.
Smells delicious. So we just add in ladle by ladle. Now this is where you need the love. So you just add that in and keep it going, stirring and absorbing.
Stir it up.
Stir it up, little darling. Oh, don't get me thinking about Barbados again. I'll be crying by the end of this. Right, you fabulous people. So we're putting the stock in. So there's beautiful vegetable stock, keeping this fabulous veggie kind of feel going. Clearly, we're trying to do this. Clearly, we're trying to do this.
Actually, you haven't done a lot of Clearly Fabulous and Devine yet. What is going on?
Clearly Fabulous and Divine. I've been throwing Clearly Fabulous and Divine in there, haven't I? Clearly, we've been trying to get fabulous for our festive season, but it hasn't actually worked terribly well. So
I think we should do a Clearly Fabulous Divine.
Hang on a minute. I can't leave a risotto, can I? Clearly, you are fabulous and you are divine. You fabulous divine people. There you go. I hope that gets you a few little drinks in there. Oh, that's delicious. Right. What else would you be doing at 5:15 on a Thursday evening when it's cold and wet outside? You would stay here and stir a little pot with me. So then we just add in and add in and add in. So what I'm going to do is add in a couple, and I'll try and speed this up a little bit, which I do. You don't do this at home. You just take your time. A risotto is a beautiful labour of love. But I'm going to intensify the heat slightly, just to try and get this going quicker. What was that?
Turn it up.
Turn it up.
So we've got Sally with us and Tina with us.
Sally Hyde.
Tina Phillips.
Oh, Tina Phillips, evening. How are you?
Yeah.
Let's have a little stir. This is actually quite boring for you to watch, isn't it? I'm so sorry.
Could you do a little bit of a dance while you're doing it?
I get a little stir.
You want to try and practice?
So it's sweep to the back, go to the point.
So we've got a message from Louise, and she's a divine virgin.
Louise is a divine virgin.
Absolutely, and she is loving watching the show, and she's in York.
Oh,
wonderful York.
We have fabulous friends in York. We have fabulous friends in York. He is the Canon of York Minster.
He is.
He is
Father Michael.
Canon
Michael.
And lovely Anne. We adore them. We haven't seen them for such a long time. He used to be our parish priest here in Cookham. And he is now
divine.
He is absolutely divine, actually. So good evening, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching us. I hope it's not too much in your face. I hope you're actually enjoying it and picking up some tips. I hope. Cheers.
Cheers, darling. I've got to stretch again.
You have, yeah.
Cheers. It's like wine yoga. Yoga, don't listen to that.
It's usually wine yoga when you've finished. The positions you get into. God. Let's have a little top up. Do you need a little top up there, Jane?
Clearly.
Whilst I'm glugging the glasses.
I thought I'd go white and I have the bottle to myself.
I know you've got the Gavi. Yeah, I know how you're playing that one. A little drop of Gavi there.
Thank you, darling.
I'm on a little
Beaujolais. You want a Beaujolais?
I'm on a little Beaujolais. Yeah, beautiful. Cheers, everybody. Happy Thursday. So nice to have you with us. Right, our risotto is just bubbling away. Our butternut squash is sitting ready. I'm just going to get this to a stage, and then I'm going to sort of cheat a little bit, and I'm going to leave it.
It smells lovely.
I know. It does, doesn't it?
Your risotto is one of the best, I must admit.
Oh, thank you so much.
No, it's fine.
I do love a good risotto. And it's one of those things, it really absorbs flavour. There is a fabulous winter risotto that you do with a spicy sausage, or a sausage, any sort of sausage. And you basically use red wine instead of white wine, and you make this beautiful, rich, clarity, sausagey risotto. It's just delicious. It's divine.
Kez is with us.
We might have a go at making one of those another time. Kez, evening, gorgeous. How are you? Right. Fold, fold, fold. Stir, stir, stir.
Cheers, Cindy.
Lovely Cindy.
She's so lovely.
I know she is, isn't she? We miss them all, don't we? Everybody from the White Oaks, from all of the guys from across the Oaks, the 3 Oaks.
But Christmas is coming there soon.
It is. We are very excited. We are going back to all of the Oaks to do all of their Christmas decorations again this year. So we're very excited to get in there and make it look fabulously festive and divine.
Danita's with us.
Danuta.
Danuta.
What a fabulous name.
Kate thinks we should club together and buy you an apron. Kate, he's got 10. He doesn't wear an apron.
I never wear aprons. It's funny, I don't ever wear aprons. Even when I'm sort of chopping
very
flowers.
Very managed to look like that without an apron.
Thanks.
But could you just show, you have got loads of aprons in the cupboard. There's a blue one, a black one, a white one. We've got lots of aprons.
Where are they?
You've got your blue Devine one.
What's this one? Am I going to guess? There are some rude ones, so I've got to be very careful. I've got... Hang on, I don't know whether I can show this, can I?
I'm not sure.
I'll hold it up, but I'm not sure that...
No, I think we'll turn that way, because children might be watching.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Where's your beautiful blue one? Where's your lovely bright blue one?
Gosh. Here is my fabulous apron.
Yes, who bought you that one?
The lovely Debs.
There you go.
Bought me this, and I should wear it. I still got flour on it from the last time.
And also, where are your shoes today?
Oh, shoes are coming. There you go. See, I do have a fabulous apron.
Clearly, fabulous, beautiful, and divine.
Clearly, fabulous, beautiful, divine. That's your cue to drink. There you go. See, I do have an apron. I just choose not to wear them. Because I like this.
Should we do shoes?
We can. Let me stir a risotto. So there are 2 of them out of Stridley, I believe.
Yes, they've got COVID. No, sorry, Katya's she's tested positive. So they've had to withdraw, unfortunately.
So they've gone.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Whether they come back,
that's very sad. That's very sad.
Very sad. Right, shoes. Here we go. Let's do them quickly. So I'm just very plainly dressed today. So I've gone very plain on my shoes as well. So today we are just wearing a beautiful tasseled patent loafer. There we go.
You say just plain.
Plain.
Yeah. They are a beautiful make.
They are. They're Armani.
They are beautiful.
My little Armani patent tasseled loafers. There we go. That's today's shoe. Let's wash my hands.
Bought an Armani in
New York.
Because we found the most fabulous Armani bar.
Oh my God.
5th Avenue.
Should we tell them this is our secret? We should
No, because we haven't been back for years.
No, if anybody gets the chance, let me move this over here so I can talk to you all. If anybody gets the chance to do it, next time you're in New York, on 5th Avenue, Armani HQ statement store, what do you call it?
Flagship.
Their flagship store on 5th Avenue. Walk in there as if you look like you own the place. Don't let anybody stop you. Go straight to the elevators and go to the 3rd floor, and you will find a secret Armani bar. It is divine. The cocktails are amazing. We were there about 11 o'clock in the morning having a martini and something else, and a cup of coffee
with Suffolk.
And Suffolk, the barman, just beautiful. Obviously, he was obviously an Armani model. And we had a coffee, and the coffee came in like the tiniest little cups. It was like a play cup. And then he said to us, "Would you guys like a little pastry?" So he said, "Yeah, we'll have some Armani pastries. It'll be fabulous." So he then went off, and he came back with this plate and put this plate down in front of us. and there must have been 4 pastries the size of a penny. They were each the size of a penny. You sort of like one inhale, and you'd have taken them all up.
They were no go to A for Armani.
They were little Armanis written on them, but literally, if you picked up and you took a breath in, you'd have just inhaled them all. But they were delicious. They were divine. Right, let's put a bit of action.
So we have Kellyanne with us, darling. And
Beautiful Kellyanne, how are you?
And Roger and Irene.
Oh, hi guys, Roger and Irene, bless them, they're so lovely. Right, so my risotto is coming together. It's sort of creaming up nicely. Let's see if you can see that. We've just got our red onions. You can. So when you're making a risotto, you can still feel that there's a bit of bite in that, a little al dente in that rice. So
actually, you didn't finish that story.
Which story?
Because how did we leave the Armani bar?
Oh. So we became friends, obviously, with the concierge. So
no, he was the concierge of the plaza. Do you remember?
No, he was the concierge of Tiffany's.
Oh, okay, Tiffany's. That's right. You are correct. You are correct.
So anyway, so we became friends with these guys because obviously we were hanging out there quite a bit. And then we came to leave, and we realised that we had forgotten to book a car. So we went to. It was
our last day.
It was our last day. So we were sitting in the Armani bar having a little last cocktail before leaving, and we just panicked. So I went to the concierge at the Armani desk and said, "We've got this little problem. We need a car to get us to the airport, and we've left it so late that
we're running late.
We can't. Clearly, we were too posh to get into a yellow cab and just go that way, which everybody else.
I wouldn't say posh. I said
stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid. So about 10 minutes later, he came back up to us at the bar, and he said, "We've managed to figure something out for you. We've got a car. The only car that was available will be sitting downstairs and waiting for you. It is."
There was 4 of us. We had Spencer.
The only car that is available at this time to take you to the airport is Mr. Armani's limo. So we had Giorgio Armani's limo.
and that is a true story.
Take us back to the airport with Spencer squealing in the back. It was phenomenal. Okay, sorry, I told you, a risotto is boring. I'm sorry. I'm going to just cheat now and just let that absorb on its own without me stirring. And I'll be able to put it back together, I hope. So we've got that there. We've got our little risotto coming up. It's on the bubble. We've got our butternut squash pre-roasted. I'm going to finish those in the griddle. I think it's time to do some beautiful flowers.
Yay!
Let's have a go at some flowers. So as I said,
Tom missed your shoes.
Oh,
well, Tom, you missed them.
Yeah, you've missed them. Watch it back on replay. You can watch this on YouTube later. Let me just turn this down a tad. Right. Okay. So as I said, I was decorating at home, and I finished. I had one of my old paint tins. So I'm obviously painting in a beautiful shade. So I had one of my little paint tins at home, and I thought, that's so beautiful. We could do something beautifully autumnal in there.
In your Verve paint.
My Verve paint tins. I'm painting the walls in Verve. I'm not. It's a prop that we have downstairs. Lovely Jason Bird, how are you? Nice to see that you're with us. Janina, how are you doing? Gorgeous. Nice to have you on board as well. Cheers, everybody. Fabulous Thursday evening to you all.
Tom got distracted, so it's fine, Tom. You can watch later, darling.
Is that little William running
Probably
around?
Will's is distracting.
Okay, so I thought we've done sort of pretty already this week, so I thought that we'd do something a little bit more sculptural. I thought we'd do something a little bit more autumnal, but with a bit of sort of sculpt to it. So we've got this fabulous little tin. Now, as I say, this is just a prop that we have. I haven't really painted my walls in champagne.
Orange.
Champagne orange. So what we're going to do, we've got some beautiful flowers to put into this. We've got these fabulous mango calla lilies. So we're going to pick up on that orange. They are just, aren't they just divine? They're just fabulous. They're just a beautiful, beautiful flower. I've got some lucky bamboo, twisty bamboo, lucky.
Why is it lucky?
I don't know. Bamboo,
they call it lucky
twisted,
bamboo?
Yeah, lucky bamboo.
Oh, do they?
Twisted bamboo is a lucky bamboo.
Okay.
No idea why. I certainly haven't won the lottery, and I've got loads of it over the road. We've got a bit of ruscus for our green.
You're very lucky, Adam.
I am
you are
so
very lucky.
My life is blessed. Yeah. We've got some you can't see. These are black-eyed chincheries. Chinchery. You can't really sort of see that they are, but each one of these, this little flower here. Chim chim cherry. So they explode like a little firework from the whole of the head of the flower there. So you get all those beautiful little black and white flowers popping around the top of that little stalk. So there are sculptural sort of flowers. So we're going to do something a little architectural.
Carol and Mike are with us. No, sorry, not Carol. Mike Burns, sorry.
Mike Burns, Ireland.
Yes.
Lovely Charlotte, Bridie and Charlotte.
Yes.
Evening, you gorgeous people. Right, so into our bucket. We just need to put a bit of a base. So we just want to sort of hide this. So we chop down our ruscus. And we're
There's oasis in there.
Sorry, yes, I'm cheating. There is a piece of oasis inside the bucket. A piece of wet oasis inside the bucket, which is what we're anchoring everything into. So clear off the little leaves so that you've got a bit of a cleaner stem, because you don't want to get that sort of all muddled up inside at the bottom. You want to sort of keep it as clear as you can so that when you put the flowers in, you're not struggling for the space. So we pop that in. Oh, Jane, well done.
You want more liquid in it, or?
We can pour a little bit more liquid in there if you can. That'd be lovely. So you can see. So we've just sort of gone round. We're just creating a bit of a base. We're just sort of hiding the oasis and creating a little bit of a base there. So we're going to pop in a little bit of this skimmer. Now, the only reason I'm putting the skimmer in is because it's quite a wintry, sort of foliage, and it just gives another little texture. So just 2 or 3 little pieces, just popping those in there.
Sasha's just leaving. She's got to go and help with homework, but she'll watch it later.
Sasha, we will have a lovely evening, you gorgeous girl, and we will be doing your bubbles tomorrow, Sash. Have a lovely night.
Jill and Richard.
Ah, love them. How are you doing? We're missing Twinny. We haven't actually managed to see Twinny for a while, have we?
No.
You're not even in passing.
No.
So there you go. So we've got a beautiful little base just sort of sitting in there now. So that just hides the oasis. It just gives us a nice little anchor. Let's just look at that. So our risotto is beautifully coming together. Oh, it smells great. Just beautiful. So that's creaming up nicely. Now at this stage, I'm going to put a glug of white wine in there. Just
I was waiting for the wine.
because
You can.
Just because it's Thursday. Okay, so this is where we get a bit of sculpture and a little bit fun and funky. We're going to go in with our bamboo. So I'm going to place one piece of bamboo there. And I'm going to take another piece of bamboo and pop it up there. Ooh, I've got a leaf in the way. So that's why you've just got to make sure that your foliage doesn't obstruct your... There we go. And a third piece of bamboo. I'm just going to chop it up. And that's going to go in here at the back. Now, this is where we get a little bit clever. So to this is where we're now going to have these beautiful mango calla lilies. So we're just picking up on that orangey sort of tone, that beautiful wintry sort of aspect, and just look how fab they are. So we've got that little bit of red darting around the bottom. Now, when I say we're going to get clever is because what we're going to do, if we can get the right length, we're just going to thread our calla lily into our lucky
that is clever.
Bamboo.
That's clever.
So not only will that help support that calla lily, because the stems of the calla lilies do sometimes tend to be a bit soft and a bit fragile, but it will also just enhances that whole, just gives it a little cradle to sit in. So we're just going to do that with 3 of them.
Like a helter-skelter.
It is. It's a little winter helter-skelter. So we're just going to pop that in there, just touch that into the base. There we go, sorry. That's it, and then our third one, I'll turn it around for you in a second. So our third one just slides in there and goes into the base like that. Now you see just how fabulous and how simple that little bit is there. Now, what we're going to do is I'm just going to put in these little chincheries. Now remember, these go like a little bit of a firework. So I'm going to put these And what we're doing is we're just echoing. It's just all we've got. We haven't got any greenery, any foliage sort of messing this up. So we're just echoing these beautiful straight lines. And so we put these in, so we'll get a pop just there. And then we'll get another pop right up there. And then finally, we'll get a fabulous little pop, hopefully, if I can get it in, right up there. So you see the connection, the colour, the connection is beautiful. We've just got that fabulous sort of mango calla lily that picks up from the orange on the tin, and your eye just gets taken on this little story, and then you get a pop of flower there, and then another one, and it'll just look like little fireworks going off. And then if you watched in the summer, you'll know that there's a secret little technique that I showed you that's just a little bit of fun. And to finish it, and just to be a little bit fabulous, we take our calla lily, and if you remember, we peel it on one section. And what that then does is it gives us that fabulous flexibility. So we're going to tuck that in there and bring that round there.
You should open a florist shop.
Do you know, I would give it a go, actually. I think I might be quite good. So there we are. There's our beautiful, simple little story. So we've got these fabulous orangey mango calla lilies, our lovely black-eyed chinchorrees, and our fabulous lucky bamboo. So that's our little flower story. Give it a go. It's so simple, it's so easy. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There we are. Let's just pop that. Ooh, let me pop that out of shot. We'll bring it back in a minute.
Do you know who we've got with us?
I don't.
We've got Laura.
Laura, lovely Laura.
Yeah. We've got Christina.
Oh, Christina.
In the Channel Islands.
The Channel Islands, lovely in Jersey, I think, at the moment. I believe.
We've got
lovely
Roger.
Christina, how are you?
Roger Kirby.
Roger, really, Roger.
Yes,
Evening,
yes.
how are you? Nice to have you all with us. I've not been looking at the board. I do apologise.
And
how are you?
Patricia.
Oh, lovely Patricia up there in Cookham. Oh, how are you? Lovely to know that you're with us, Patricia. Right, back to my risotto. Let's just stir, stir, stir. Let's pump up the heat. Let's get some beautiful heat in this. Okay, I think you'll find it's time for cocktails.
Yay!
Cocktail time. It's cocktail time. Da, 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 da. We are going to do a little hot toddy, a really fun, easy hot toddy. We've got 3 little glasses because it looks better that way. This is a really easy one. It's using this beautiful thing. I don't know if you've come across it. Carol Barnes, Grab Waitrose. If you haven't got it from last time, it's King's Ginger. It's beautiful. It's just great this time of the year. This beautiful little gingery liqueur. It's just fabulous. Daniela.
Yeah.
And Beverly as well.
Yeah, our Bev.
Our Bev's with us. Hi, Beverly. Nice to see you all. So fab.
Charlotte said hi. Burns.
Hello, gorgeous Charlotte. How are you? How's your mum? How's lovely Patricia over there in Ireland as well? There we go. So we've got my risotto is just sort of bubbling. I'm cheating a little bit because I'm intensifying the heat underneath it. I can smell it. It needs a bit of seasoning, but we'll come to that in a second. There we are. I'm just trying to reduce that down slightly so that we can. Right, back to our little King's Ginger, our beautiful cocktail romance. So we're going to use honey, we're going to use lemon juice, and we're going to use whiskey,
bourbon.
A really good bourbon. This is a great one that we found. It's called Wild Turkey. We thought it'd be a really fun one for Christmas.
You can pour it over the Christmas pudding.
Chuck it over yeah, pour it all over the Christmas pudding. It'd be just divine. It'd be fabulous. So into each glass goes about a tablespoon of honey. This is so easy. Easy pour honey is just fabulous. So there we go. In it goes. So as I say, this is my go-to whenever I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
I need translation.
You need translation from Ireland.
Yeah. AOC. Aoife?
Aoife.
Thank you.
Lovely Aoife. There we go. So we've got a bit of honey in each one of those. Into each one. We then go with some lemons. So remember, roly, roly, squeezy, squeezy. Let's loosen up the juicy. Let's take a little slice. And then we're just going to add in, I'm just going to pour this through. We're just adding in some juice of the lemon. Some beautiful lemon juice goes in here. Thank you, Jane, rescuing my risotto. There we go. Lemon juice going into each glass. So you get that beautiful sweetness, you get that fabulous tanginess. Oh, I can already, it's just delicious. Please try one of these at home. Do this. It's just gorgeous. There we go. Fab. Right. Lemon juice in. Now, hot water. We want to dissolve that honey. So I'm just popping a little bit of boiling water in each glass for a second. Let's check our risotto. Thank you. So the risotto now is starting to cream. You're really getting it creamy. It's really delicious. It's just coming. Let me show you there now. So you can see it's just going into that beautiful, creamy sort of state. Just fabulous. Back.
Momo's with us.
Oh, hello, gorgeous Josephine. Oh yeah. Another glug of white wine goes in. And we just let that simmer. So we have our honey, our lemon, and our hot water. So just give it a couple of little seconds just to dissolve that down.
Then get the real boys in there.
Yeah. There's no messing now.
So if you drink this, you won't get ill.
I totally agree. I think this is our anti-COVID. This is our, we'll all feel better if we drink this.
You sound like Trump. Let's not go that way.
Yeah.
It's not a cure, it's a help.
Yeah, it's simple to cure, but it will help. Right.
Can't do that for wild turkey.
Our wild turkey bourbon. This is amazing.
Yeah.
An American bourbon, fabulous, fabulous. We had a little taste of it today in the shop. It is just delicious. So what we then do is it's equal measures of bourbon and the King's ginger. So in it goes. Nice glug of bourbon.
I think it was Edward the VII that got King's ginger created, I think. It was created for a king, yeah, that's what it's called. King's ginger.
And then in goes the King's ginger. So this is a beautiful ginger liqueur. Just smells divine. And then we top it up with a little hot water. Oh, this is one of those beautiful, wintry, early evening.
By the fire, with your risotto.
Oh, just amazing. Let me just put that risotto there. Right, do I have a lemon? I do. So to this, I'm just going to add, we're just going to add a little frissons of lemon. Just pop a little bit of extra lemon in there like that. How delicious.
Probably a good digestive, this.
Good digestive, yeah. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Either a good digestive or you'll just hit the floor. There'll be no coming up for air. Right. I'm going to pop one there for lovely Janie. Give that a go. We've got a floor manager with us as well. So we'll just hide that there. Let's clean up my mess and let's give this little baby a taste. Cheers, 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 you gorgeous people. Cheers, you gorgeous people.
Cheers, darling. Cheers.
Happy Thursday. Get this on the list, Carol Barnes. I think you'll love it.
Oh. Oh, God. Delicious.
Ooh. Oh, God, that slips down well.
Actually, that's actually nice in the mulled wine in a way. I
Yeah.
prefer it.
Yeah. Oh, God, this is fab. Cheers, everybody. This is
going down.
That gingery flavour, that gingery note at the back of that bourbon as well. That's just, oh God, there you go. This is definitely one for the list this Christmas.
Jackie's with us from market. Are you working tomorrow, Jackie?
Jackie, you've got to try this one. We might bring you one in the morning. Ooh, this would get you all going in the morning on the market. This will warm your little toes.
It's very perfumed as well. It's delicious.
The bourbon is beautiful. That bourbon in there is just beautiful. It really is fab.
Because people don't like cinnamon in mulled wine, you know. If you don't like
that's so
spicy,
true.
this is actually a good option.
That little, I know Ken's one that doesn't like the sort of the cinnamony kind of flavours and the nutmeg.
We should say to Fiona at Jolly, this will be another one to do for her.
Oh my God, Fiona at the Jolly. She was cracking on with their mulled wine. But yeah, maybe you should try the whole hot toddies. Do you know what? It's a good old Irish thing. I love a good hot toddy. I always have done. And it's one of those chips and I used to have these, as I was going to say, as kids.
You probably did.
Probably did, to be honest. We probably did. I remember going over to Ireland, probably, I don't know, about 12 or 13, going to one of my aunt and uncle's houses, winter time.
Which aunt and uncle was that?
I can't name names. I'm not going to name names, but it could have been any one of them, to be honest. And at 12 years old, 13 or something like that, we were sitting by the fire, and the next thing my uncle came up to me with a good old whiskey, a good old slug of a nice Irish whiskey, like half a pint of it, really. And I sat there by the fire at 12.
You see,
slugging away.
There was no helping you, really, was there? There was no helping you.
My mum and dad are probably going to get a visit now from social services or something.
If anybody's met your mammy.
Anyway, cheers, you gorgeous people. Oh, happy Thursday. Cheers. Right, let's get cooking. Let's pull our little story together. So we've got our risotto. It's just creamy up. Now I'm taking this off the heat because I need to put my griddle pan on to get warm. So I've just put my griddle pan on there. Now I want to get that nice and hot because all we want to do with our butternut squash, we just want a bit of coloration on there. So what I'm going to do with it is literally just pour on some olive oil. So a little bit of olive oil on there. And then when the time is right, we're just going to get some coloration on that on our little griddle pan, just to get some lines. So a lovely risotto here. Let's whack in some flavour. So into that, we've then got a nice handful of cheese, a nice strong mature cheddar. Now Parmesan is obviously put Parmesan through it, but I just want to kick it with a nice bit of cheddar. I'm going to put a little knob of butter in here as well. Just now, the butter will just help that sort of creaminess, a beautiful flavour. We've then got saffron going in. So saffron, this is such a beautiful spice. It's very expensive. I believe Jane stole this from somewhere in Marrakesh or something like that. Grenada, the Spice Isles. So we're just putting a little bit of saffron in here, tiny bit of saffron just in there. We want the saffron in there really for that fabulous depth of colour is what we're really looking for. Now I'm just going to fold these flavours in. Just let that butter and that cheese sort of melt through our risotto. Oh, God, it smells fabulous. That red onion. The red onion has just given us a little tint of pink into our risotto. Little tiny bit of saffron's just oranging it up slightly. That butter. Look how rich that's just becoming now. Delicious.
Chip says we're having this at Christmas.
This. Oh, I thought you meant risotto. Turkey risotto at Christmas. Right, so look at that. Now look, that risotto, just beautiful. Let's put a bit of heat under it. Now with our butternut squashes, they're in. I put a little bit of seasoning on them, a little bit of salt. Just like this, butternut squash. It's one of those vegetables you kind of don't bother to buy because you don't think it's going to be great. But I tell you, it is delicious. Let's whack that on.
Sizzle, sizzle.
Sizzle, sizzle. And then we'll start to pull our lovely little story together. Let's clean down the surface for you. Move that back. We'll just start to... Cheers! Cheers, cheers, cheers. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous people.
Cheers.
Cheers. So we're going to bring this little story together for you now. We have a lovely little serving plate that we're going to put this onto. We have our lovely, gorgeous little Kings of Ginger.
You know who's watching us?
It's going to sit there. I don't know who's watching us. Go
Zach
on.
and Caitlin, and they're loving it.
Oh, love Zach and Caitlin. We're missing you guys. We've got our fabulous stars. How are you, Zach and Caitlin? Hope that we will see you at some point soon. You never know. We've got that there. Now, let's just check. Got beautiful risotto. Just taste it for seasoning. That is delicious. That is delicious. Just fabulous.
Cheers.
Just going to add in some pepper.
Hi, Caitlin. Hi, Zach.
How are you both? So there we go. Butternut squash is just finishing off now.
Carol's with us.
Carol, you're Carol.
No, you're Carol.
Oh, Carol.
Our Carol.
Carol, Carol. Oh.
Mike and Carol.
Yay, King's Ginger. You're going to love this one, Mike and Carol.
It's on the list from Waitrose.
That really is delicious. That's a little winter warmer. That's a hug and a cup. You're going to love that.
If we were doing the Christmas street fair, I would have a stall doing that.
We will.
Well, we're not this year. But
We might just have a stall doing that anyway on the street at Christmas time. So our little story, let's bring it together now for you. So we've got our butternut squash here, which we've just given a little bit of colour to. So let's flip that over so you can just see. Look at that. Little bit of coloration just going on there, just to give that fabulous. Now this is just presentation time. So there we go. There's our little heart of butternut squash. To that, we are going to finish with a little bit of risotto.
there's no difference in a copper pan.
So much difference with a little copper pan. So here's our look at this. Look at our beautiful creamy risotto. That rice has still got a little tiny al dente bite. Now what we're going to do is just dip in, and I just want to fill those two little crevices. Just pop that risotto in there and pop that risotto in there. So what you do is you just take a spoonful of risotto and a chunk of butternut squash, and the wine and that deliciousness, that fabulousness just oozes out. Now it's going to get better than that as well, because we're going to finish this with these little magic ingredients. We've just got a tiny, tiny little sprinkling of spinach, fresh spinach. Now to that, I'm going to break over some beautiful feta. So we're going to get that lovely tang of the feta.
Salty.
That salty, fabulous sort of tanginess that will cut into the richness of that fabulous risotto. It's just delicious. We pop that on there like that. Just break up that tiny bit, just like that. Now to add a little bit of texture and a bit of crunch and that lovely little flavour, I'm just going to add in a little handful, a little sprinkling of pine nuts. Just get, you know, that basil, you know, that fresh sort of pesto-y kind of flavour that you get with these. That little bit of both, they go in there. We're going to finish that with a tiny bit of olive oil. Tiny little sprinkling of olive oil goes on there like that. Then we're going to add on a little bit of aromat. So we've got a little tiny little bit of rosemary, couple of little bits of sage just go there. Oh, that's just delicious. Oh, and then to bring the whole thing together,
Gemma's
we
with
are
us.
just going to, hello Gemma.
Oh,
Lovely Gemma Aldershaw. God, I missed you. Haven't seen you for ages. Tiny, tiny little bit of lemon juice over the top like that. And boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have delivered our delicious butternut squash, our fabulous King's Ginger Hearty Warmer and our little autumnal structural masterpiece. There we go. I think that we sort of pulled it. I think we've pulled it together, and we have pulled it together. And there we are. That is our little quick and easy risotto in a butternut squash. Our lovely hearty warmer of a little cocktail drink there, and our fabulous little calla lily. Quite simple, quite structural, and you could give it a go. Now I'm being reminded that we have to practice a dance.
Lorraine Hopkins,
it's
Texas.
Very hard, Texas.
Just at the right time,
Hey,
Lorraine.
Houston. All right, so I've got some notes. Let's just move this on. So it's strictly tomorrow. Oh God, we've got two things tomorrow. So those of you that are local, it's the meter market tomorrow up in Cookham. We go up there. We'll have flowers there, but they do fabulous bread and cheese and pies and loads of amazing produce from about 8:30 in the morning at Cookham Village Hall. So if you're around, if you want to come and make a visit, then pop up there and buy some fabulous stuff. We've got some fabulous flowers up there, some Devine bits and pieces, some gorgeous stuff that you can
Christmas will be coming.
And Christmas is going to be coming, so we're going to have our wreath table up there for Christmas stories and all that kind of stuff. So put it in your diary. The meter market in Cookham, it's just it's divine. It's fab. You must go up there and try it because it is great. And it's Children in Need tomorrow. So with it being Children in Need tomorrow, apparently we're all supposed to learn a dance. I've got some notes here. It's like being dragged into. So you're going to have to talk me through this.
It's there. there.
So it's.
Shall I start? Hang on. I'll start.
So we thought that we would all try this tomorrow at the end of Devine Live at 5. I want you up on your feet. I want you to record it, and I want you to do this little sort of Strictly dance. They will show you. It is available to look at on YouTube. But I'll try and give you. Let me put
the
glasses
first
on.
bit. We're just doing the first.
I'm going to have to put my glasses on.
We're just in the first bit.
Shocking. So I think. Let me just get this. So it's a scoop, a point, a hip, a hip. The sunshine. You're going to have to come back to that in a second.
Okay.
So let me just read through. Pony. Then it's something else. I might get as far as the pony, and then we'll stop. We'll see. Okay. So this is what we all have to learn. We've got to learn this for tomorrow so that we can all join in. Children in Need. Try and raise a bit of money for the kiddies. We are going to do a fabulous flower thing tomorrow that we are going to auction online or live or whatever it is, so you can bid to get the fabulous flowers at the end of the night. Right, Jane, let's do this. I'll try and do this.
Okay.
So we want you all to do this.
5, 6, 7,
8. Here we go. Hand, point, hip, sunshine, and spin. We really have a pan on the floor there.
Carry on.
That's it. No, guys, I'll do the rest.
You've got to do telling off.
Tell off. That's it. We're done.
Shoulder.
We're done.
Shoulder.
You can look online. I look like some hunchback doing this. I'm not looking very strictly at the moment, so we'll just stick with the first one. Go online, have a look. Join us tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, you'll have it down to a fine art.
I'll try and practice. I promise I'll try and practice, and we'll get a little bit of routine, but at least we'll do the first thing together in aid of Children in Need. Right. You have all been fabulous. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking with us. It is a delight that you watch, and it is a delight that you are here with us. I hope you enjoy it. It's certainly, I can't tell you what it means to me to have all of your names pop up and for everybody to say hello. It is just, it's just fabulous. So thank you all for being here and for being part of it.
Join us with us, Pizza Farina.
Pizza Farina. I love that we've got a new viewer. Somebody new watching us up in Yorkshire. To Yorkshire. I hope you're all fabulous up there.
Carol should have had the second cocktail.
Carol, I love you, Carol Barnes. You're just fabulous. Just fabulous. So, everybody, good night. It's been an absolute delight and a pleasure to have you with us. If you have nowhere else to be tomorrow and you've got nothing else to do, from our lovely little surprise guest, Rachel, who is actually the one that's looking after us on YouTube and all of our back of house and our social media. Who had a rooftop party. We've kept her.
What do you call it?
Well, she had a
rooftop. She had a topping
off party today, so she's here helping us with all of the back of the house stuff. So from Rachel, Janie, and myself, it's been a delight and a pleasure to have you. If you've nowhere else to be and nothing else to do tomorrow, we would love to see you back here. Have a wonderful Thursday night. Lots of love to you all, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Ta-ra for now. Bye, bye, bye.
You're still with?
Bye, bye. Oh, our little Instagrammers. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it's as much fun as it used to be for you. I hope I'm not boring.